all local, all morning. This is Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
We believe this to be a lone shooter, and there is no longer an active threat to the public.
Now at 6, 4 people are dead, including a New York City police officer after a gunman opened fire inside a New York City office building last night. We'll have the very latest on this developing investigation in less than 10 minutes from now. But first, we begin with a weather impact alert this morning for the heat, and those temperatures could break some records today. Good morning, and thanks for joining us on this Tuesday here on Fox 61 and streaming on Fox 61 Plus. I'm Bridget Burelow.
And I'm Erica Arias. Thanks for starting off your day here with us. So, of course, the big question is, how hot is it going to get today? We're checking in with meteorologist Rachel Piscatelli. We've already established we might either tie or break a record today. So we're talking about mid to high 90s.
Yeah.
Right?
So the record is 96 degrees. Today we are thinking we're going to get up around 97 to about 98 degrees for areas inland. So it's going to be hot. Yesterday we approached 90 to about 91 degrees. So we are on our way for our third heat wave of the summer. So you want to avoid strenuous activity outside, as it is going to feel like triple digits for several hours today. A heat advisory in place for the entire state. Again, if you thought yesterday was hot, today is going to be hot as well. 70 right now in Willimantic, 73 in Hartford, 68 degrees in Waterbury. Our humidity is up this morning in the 70s, and we're not the only ones that are feeling the humidity, with the exception of our friends up in Maine right now. Right, so for today, we are going to see lots of sunshine throughout the day. Mostly sunny skies. Temperatures move into the mid to upper 90s this afternoon. Little wind is expected. Heading through the day tomorrow, we're back up to the mid 90s, so it's not as hot as today, but still feeling like triple digits when you have that heat and humidity combination. There is a chance for some scattered showers and storms Wednesday afternoon and evening. It looks more likely closer to dinner time for a few pop-up showers and storms. A couple of those could be on the stronger side, with the opportunity for that. Then for Thursday, it looks like we bring in the opportunity for more rain on the way. It doesn't look like it's going to be a washout of a day. It's not going to be as hot for Thursday, but it still will remain on the humid side before that front moves through. Once it does, it brings some really nice weather for our weekend. We'll have more details on that coming up in just a bit. As we check in with the roads this morning here at 6:02, we have various road work across the state, but otherwise, it looks pretty good as you're heading out now. Live look outside over in Wethersfield on 91, showing the volume that's out there, which isn't too bad this morning. Your drive times from Rocky to Hartford is 7 minutes. Cromwell to New Haven is 22. Erica.
Rachel, thanks. Yeah. Well, Connecticut's extreme hot weather protocol is in effect. It's going to go through tomorrow at 8 p.m. So this means cooling centers are open right now. If you want to find the one that's closest to you, just dial 211 on your phone, or you can visit 211ct.org. And we also have all that information for you on our website. So you can just head to fox61.com. The Plainville community continues to mourn the loss of Ray Maro. The volunteer firefighter was killed in the line of duty Sunday morning.
And a ceremony to honor Maro's memory is set for tonight. Fox 61's Glenn Kittle joins us live this morning in Plainville with more on how people can honor him today. Good morning, Glenn.
Good morning. The ceremony will happen right here at Plainville High School's Tinty Stadium. It will give the community an opportunity to mourn volunteer firefighter Ray Maro. And as the days goes on, we see the ripple effects from Maro's death, and we are also learning more about his death. To recap what we know so far, Plainville fire crews were dispatched to Maria Drive for a house fire at around 6:30 Sunday morning. Volunteer firefighter Ray Maro was standing next to a fire truck when a piece of it broke off and fell on Maro. He was sent to a hospital in New Britain where he died from his injuries. Originally, state police told us Maro had catastrophic injuries to his leg, but we've now learned that the Connecticut chief medical examiner ruled it out. Maro died from trauma to his head, neck, torso, and other areas. The medical examiner also says this was an accident. In the 48 hours since Maro's death, we've learned that volunteer firefighters across the state are mourning. Chief Kevin Cooney with the South Windsor Volunteer Fire Department says this is a major loss felt throughout the community.
Some of our members may have known the firefighter, some of us did not. That brotherhood is so thick that whether you know him or not, it has the same emotional impact.
Ray Maro was just 60 years old when he died, and he had just celebrated 35 years with the Plainville Fire Department. The state comptroller's office has told us that the family of the Maro family will be the first to receive the Fallen Heroes funds, which Governor Ned Lamont signed into law last month. And we have learned that the state comptroller's office has contacted the Plainville Town Council to get those funds distributed as efficiently as possible. Live in Plainville, Glenn Kittle, Fox 61.
35 years in the Plainville Fire Department. That's a long time. As firefighters, first responders, and community members continue to mourn, nearby fire departments are stepping up to support their colleagues in uniform. Fox 61's Tim Latow has more on how Connecticut firefighters are working together during this difficult time.
If you look behind me in the Plainville Fire Department's garage bays, you'll see all sorts of fire engines, trucks, and support vehicles, many of them from departments out of town. These firefighters from neighboring departments are giving the Plainville Fire Department staff time to grieve the loss of their brother, firefighter Raymond Maro.
Connecticut's a small state, and we all stand up and help one another when a tragedy like this happens.
A powerful and impactful message from Southington Fire Battalion Chief Edwin Crandall Monday night, where there are fewer mouths to feed at his firehouse during dinner time. Some of the department's members are just a town over to the north in Plainville, helping support the town's fire department after the line of duty death of 60-year-old volunteer firefighter Ray Maro.
The Plainville Fire Department has been offline since this occurred yesterday morning, and they've been allowed to do so because of departments stepping up.
Bristol, Burlington, Colchester, Farmington, Hebron, Simsbury, Southington, and Wethersfield are just some of the departments providing support to Plainville Fire, many on a volunteer basis.
It's important because we're all brothers, and we stand up and help one another in a time of need.
The firehouse kitchen is typically a lively place, but as the potatoes are sliced and the greens are chopped, hearts remain heavy for the firefighters in Southington and across the state.
Our members were there. It's on their minds. We all have families to go home to. So did Ray. So it's certainly it's a hard week to deal with for a lot of members, especially the Plainville Fire Department and community.
Because many fire departments in Connecticut frequently travel to assist others, Battalion Chief Crandall says firefighter Maro's death is leaving a searing impact in every corner of the state.
Our members were on scene, and Connecticut's so small. If you don't know somebody, you know somebody who knows somebody. We work with Plainville on a very frequent basis, so it has hit our members also.
Firefighters say they've had a lot of donations of food and drinks over the last couple of days and appreciate all the support from the community. In Plainville, Tim Latow, Fox 61.
Tim, thank you. And tributes continue to pour in for firefighter Maro. A memorial to remember his service continues to grow right outside the Plainville Fire Department. Dozens of people went there. They lined up yesterday to pay their respects. Some placed flowers there, while others left handwritten cards and notes on one of the fire trucks. Maro served as a volunteer firefighter for 35 years and was described as dedicated. Governor Ned Lamont says there is something that we can all learn from how Maro lived his life in service to others.
It reminds you when you see a first responder, when you see that firefighter, when you see that policeman, when you see that EMT, reach out to them and say thank you, because every day they're at some risk taking care of us.
And we're going to have much more on today's ceremony to honor Maro. Plus, we're going to have continuing coverage for you from Plainville in the wake of this tragedy. You can stay up to date with Fox 61 here on air, online, and on our Fox 61 News app. We're also streaming anytime on Fox 61 Plus. 4 people, including a police officer, are dead after a gunman opened fire in an office building. It happened in Midtown Manhattan.
And happened last night. That building on Park Avenue housed several major finance companies, including Blackstone and the NFL headquarters. People inside barricaded themselves inside conference rooms as shots were fired. We still don't know the suspect's motive this morning.
Gary Baumgarten is joining us with the latest on the investigation.
Somebody said gunshots, shooter.
A desperate attempt for answers after a deadly mass shooting at a Midtown Manhattan office building Monday night.
345 Park Avenue is a commercial office building whose tenants include the NFL, Rudin Management, KPMG, and Blackstone.
Police say multiple people are dead,
including a member of the New York City Police Department, Officer Islam.
This after a male suspect exited a black BMW on Park Avenue between 51st and 52nd Street, carrying an M4 rifle as he entered the building.
The building security camera footage shows the shooter enter the lobby, turn right, and immediately open fire on an NYPD officer. He goes up to the 33rd floor, which is Rudin Management, and begins to walk the floor, firing rounds. He then proceeds down a hallway and shoots himself in the chest.
Law enforcement say the suspect is a 27-year-old with a Las Vegas address and a documented mental health history. The suspect's vehicle was searched.
Inside of that vehicle, officers found a rifle case with rounds and medication.
These pictures show the inside of an office on the 33rd floor where workers barricaded themselves with couches to avoid the shooter.
We believe this to be a lone shooter, and there is no longer an active threat to the public.
Investigations into a possible motive continue. In New York, Gary Baumgarten, Fox 61.
And 6:10 is your time. Developing this morning out of New Haven, a high school student is in ICE custody. City officials say the 18-year-old rising junior at Wilbur Cross High was detained last week at his workplace. The city says he's a recent immigrant. They did not specify his immigration status, but they did tell us he is being held at a detention facility in Massachusetts. New Haven Mayor Justin Ellicker and superintendent say they're working to get legal help for the student, and teachers are sending letters of support. We're still waiting on a response from ICE.